BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by...
I want to retire knowing we did it right. We want
to know that it's been worth something.
It's worth everything.
Be intentional about your worth. Farmers National Bank Wealth Management.
One of my biggest things is to make sure to take your time and from the beginning to set your goals. Without being able to set an end goal, there's no way to trace where you're actually going, where you've been. So one of my strategic partners reminded me of that a couple of years ago and said, you know, without an end goal, how can you possibly achieve anything? So when I look at what we've been able to do over a small amount of time, it's not necessarily that we are at our end goal, but we started with that in mind. So if your goal is to start a company, great, okay. But the day you get your S Corp piece of paper, you've already completed that goal. So is your goal financial? Is it changing the world? Is it helping people? Is it generating X amount of revenue? Is it creating multiple streams of revenue? What does that look like? Okay, because anyone could start a company at any time. Anyone could be an entrepreneur. It's just, if you don't have realistic goals or unrealistic goals in your mind, then how do you know where to go? Time's the hardest thing. Capital's always going to be a problem in any business. Everyone needs more capital to grow, to accelerate marketing, PR, things like that. So, that's an extremely common problem. But at the same time, I feel that it's just an overall time challenge with coming out of the gate with multiple opportunities and multiple engineering feats, and then creating full running operating companies while you're still creating other fully operating companies, in the backside. But that's about it. Outside of that, it's fun. It's great working in the Youngstown, Ohio area. I have plenty of resources whenever I need to. Like I said, once again, capital is always going to be an issue. It's an issue for everyone. But outside of that, there's no challenges on space. There's no challenges on resources. There's no challenges on workforce in this area. It's just literally time. That's about it. One of the things that I've always wanted to do was do business a certain way with a certain ethical background and provide a level of service, support, and solutions to customers, big or small, in the exact same way or the way that I could control. One of the ideas was to move out into the New York City metropolitan area, and then create those opportunities in that location, Edison, New Jersey, as well as starting to thrive. But then the decision that I made was to stay in the Youngstown, Ohio area in order to offer those same solutions at a much more competitive rate based upon our location, as well as the workforce that is currently in the Youngstown, Ohio area is extremely talented. They may be understated, but they'll go toe-to-toe with most of the other engineers that I've talked to outside of this area.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by...
I want to retire knowing we did it right. We want
to know that it's been worth something.
It's worth everything.
Be intentional about your worth. Farmers National Bank Wealth Management.